Coming up next, I'm giving y'all this prison story about a Crip YN that got caught in the shower with a punk. Stay tuned to the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show.
It's JS Corner from the prison story massacres. I be telling stories about the pushers and the traffickers, trying to keep the YNs away from the bandits. Don't eat the honey bun, don't drink the coke, don't become another victim.
Come on, man. I'm almost in. Shut up for somebody catch us. Shut up. Come on now. It's almost in. What up? We are back on my Jersey Street Corner, and this is the Prison Talk Show, people. So let's get into it. Now, I know you saw the thumbnail and you read the title, and you're very, very interested. How, Corner? How could something like this ever happen? Well, as usual, y'all, my first response is, this is prison. And y'all know the vibes. Any and everything could go down in prison. It just depends on who you are, what you are, and, well, let's just get into it, y'all. Now, like I told y'all before, people, when it comes to gangs in prison, checking in, checking paperwork, checking knowledge, all of that, well, it may or it may not happen. What do I mean by that? I mean, depending on how pressed the gang is for numbers, for recruits, for soldiers, if you come into the prison stating that you're already part of their gang, they might ask you a couple of questions, but they're not going to press you too hard if they hurting for numbers. But now, if you walk into a prison that has plenty of gang members and you walk in there claiming they set, there's a good possibility you're going to have to prove it. Now, for instance, you go to a prison in, let's say, California. Oh, for sure. If they don't know you already, which is a big flag, because most of those gang members know each other. If they don't know you from the set, somehow, some way, through somebody, you're going to have to prove it. And when I say prove it, you're going to have to get OGs to call or, put letters in and vouch for you. Or you're going to have to take that oath, take that test again, whatever you got to do so they believe that you are who you say you are. But most of the prisons that I've been in, there has been no such thing. You could come in there off the streets and claim you this and that, and as long as you ready to ride with whatever they got going on in the prison, and you down for whatever with them, they not going to test you. They not going to, say nothing of it. Now, that's another thing too. Coming home in prison, it's probably one of the worst things you could do, because the chances of an actual OG bringing you in the right way and not just somebody that's, supposedly been given the authority to do so from the streets, they make up a lot of bullshit in prison, y'all. If you not coming home or joining the gang, any gang, by a reputable member and getting your stripes that way, getting it out the mud, then you might just come home claiming something that you really not. And then you looking at a whole different scenario. Now, this story we're going to talk about today is about a guy named Malcolm, y'all. A YN. Came into the prison claiming he was a Crip, right? So they embraced him. Long story short, they let him go to meetings. They ate with him. They chilled with him. Hit the big yard with him. Did everything that they were supposed to do with him for their brother. And things take a diabolical turn maybe a couple of weeks into his entry into the prison. Now, YN or not, you know right from wrong. I know some of y'all like, well, why they keep doing dumb stuff and getting caught in the news with shiesties on? Okay, some of y'all might not know right from wrong. All right, I'll give you that. But for the most part, anybody knows, going into the prison system, there are no females in prison. You're going to have to keep things under wraps for your whole bid. Yeah, you heard me. Celibacy. You might as well start practicing it before you go to prison. Because if you want to be a stand-up guy and be considered a man and leave prison a man, you better practice celibacy. You better tame that thing and keep it in your pants. Because the minute you even do or think about something suspect, oh, yeah, it's time for some prison justice. And let me tell you, y'all, the prison justice on a gang member is unfathomable. What could happen? I don't even know where these guys get these ideas from. The ways that they will hurt and harm you. Busting your teeth out on a ledge. Or burning you. You know what I mean? Burning your tattoos off. Crazy stuff, y'all. I done seen people get poked in the eye. Yeah. Oh, y'all forgot where we was at? This is prison. Things go down that you have never ever thought about in your life. Now, as the days, weeks, months, and years go by in prison, one thing is for certain. The hustlers are always going to get their money. Because they going to hustle. That's just what they know. And more than likely, the hustlers know everything that's going down in the pod. Because everybody talks to the hustlers. Either you got to buy a service from them. Or you buying a substance from them. Or you buying a phone. Or this and that. Whatever your hustle is, you got your ear to the block. The block is the street, people. Now, y'all remember Marty McFly? Marty got a whole stable of boys that he pimps out. Yeah, all over the prison, y'all. Now, Marty's way over on C-Pod with all his boys. But like I said, his boys get around. He know how to move through that prison. He got guards on the payroll. So when he need to send one of his boys across the A-Pod or B-Pod or D-Pod, it ain't no thing. The guard gonna get paid. He gonna get paid. Everybody happy. Now, y'all remember Sweet Cakes, right? Yeah. I'm gonna link the video just in case y'all don't remember. But Sweet Cakes was the boy that got violated going through Visit Hall, coming back from the search. That officer violated his prison pocket when he came back with cell phones stuffed up there that went off on him. Y'all gotta watch the video. It was crazy. But anyway, there has been rumors in the pod that, well, Malcolm has been hanging around with Sweet Cakes a lot. Now, as a member of the Crips, there was no way possible Malcolm was going to be able to get that off, walking around the pod with a pump. So he had to sneak and do it, which is already suspect. If you get caught alone with a punk, it's questions. You can't even have a conversation with a punk without having a witness right there to make sure y'all ain't planning no fugazi shit. So Malcolm, he got seen multiple times real close to Sweet Cakes. I mean, close. And it's almost like, man, it looked like they was hugging to me, man. I don't know. I can only assume what they was doing in that cell, but you know what I mean? The lights was off and you could just see the silhouettes and they was real close. So we don't know if they was kissing or hugging or touching each other, but playing up under each other's shirt. I don't know what they was doing. Maybe they was kicking. I don't know. So now, with rumors like that floating around the prison about a gang member, of course, all the other gangs gonna clown that gang. You mean, yeah, I got boys on y'all team. We go to war, y'all gonna bring the boys out? Y'all got all them boys on y'all team. Go ahead, man. Y'all ain't about nothing, man. Look, man, we don't want no friction. We don't want no friction with you and your boys. Like, Bloods, GDs, everybody getting at the Crips, like, joking them. Now, it's all fun and games till it ain't fun and games. The high up ranking Crips, they looking at this like a problem. We got to check young boy. We got to check that YN. Because if any of this is true, you already know what's got to happen. He can't be making us look bad like that. We going to be the laughing stock of the prison. This going to go from this prison to the next prison. And they going to start clowning. Nah, we got to stop this right now. So, what y'all think happens next, y'all? I want y'all to get in the comment box and try and predict the end of this story before it's over. Go ahead. I'll slow down. Get in the comment box right now and go ahead and tell me what y'all think happens. So, the easiest way, people, to get information and find out something about somebody is to set them up. That's the easiest way you're going to get what you want. If you got the bread to pay for it, and the person that person trusts is that gullible to take the bait for some money or commissary, ruin somebody's life, whatever they gonna do, well, if you get that green light, you now have everything you need, people. And come on now, Sweet Cakes was for hire. He was one of Marty McFly's boys. He got paid to boof. He also got paid to give it up. He pretty much did whatever Marty told him to do without incident. There was no arguing, nothing. Marty would backhand him so bad, he wasn't trying to hear none of that. So, the Crips went to Marty. After they heard the rumors about Sweet Cakes, they went to Marty and they offered him a proposition. Look, we'll give you such and such commissary for the next 4 weeks if you have Sweet Cakes. Set my boy up. And he like, what you mean set him up? He like, set him up? What you mean? We ain't got to set him up. I'll tell you the truth right now. That's your brother. He done came and seen Cakes. How many times? Yeah, he done dipped off with Cakes 5 times already. They done did unthinkable things. I get the report. Because, he got to tell me, make sure that he treating them right and all that, in case I got to intervene and do something. Now, I told y'all, Marty ain't no pushover. Marty don't care nothing about no gangs, none of that. Marty gonna do what he got to do. He don't care who in the way. So, Crips, they was like, all right, bet. So, listen, we want to catch them in the act. Get them to come through a 6th time and do what they do. And we want to catch them red-handed. So, Marty set it up. Alright, bet. 12 o'clock tomorrow, I'm going to have them come on over there and they'll sneak in the shower. And y'all just make sure that y'all ready to go run up on them. So that's what happened, y'all. Next day come, Crips set it up. And they just chilling in the pod, acting like everything cool. They walk in the yard. They got Malcolm out there with them. They throwing signs up and doing secret handshakes and talking about pod business. And 12 o'clock on the dot, y'all. Like clockwork. Malcolm, hey, cuz. I gotta go take a shower, man. I'm hot, man. I'll be back, man. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'll be back. And he dip off. So they let him go ahead. Now, say about 5 minutes after Malcolm dipped off, about 6 of the Crips, they dipped off right behind him when they made sure that he couldn't look back and see them coming. And they went, got in the pod, slowly snuck on over by the showers, and they was waiting, y'all. They was waiting, because it's about to be showtime. Now, Malcolm was already in the shower. Here comes Sweet Cake strolling in with the purple wig and the red lipstick, ready for action. And I guess it don't take that long for them to get in what they trying to get in. Now, as soon as Sweet Cakes entered that shower, all the Crips, they start getting closer and closer. And they gave it a few minutes. I guess to make sure that they was in the middle of doing what they wanted to catch them doing. They waited about 3 or 4 minutes and walked in there. Now, what they saw was unbelievable. They saw sweet cakes on the floor of the prison shower. The dirty, nasty floor, y'all. He ain't care. He was just about that bread. He down there on his hands and knees. Malcolm is behind him, talking about, quit moving, let me get it in, quit moving. And Sweet Cake's over there, and he yelling, shut up for somebody to come in here, shut up. And, well, excuse me, little did he know, all those Crips was standing right behind him, watching. And Malcolm at this point is mid-stroke. Yeah. He in there getting it in with a pump. He got blindsided, y'all. One of them Crips ran up and just cold cocked him. Bow! He hit the wall. Head hit the... Bang! Oh! Bang! Now, of course, Sweet Cakes ain't got nothing to do with this. He got his bread. He up out of there. He scurried off. Ran right on back to C-Pod. Did what he had to do and was out. So, it don't really matter whether or not Malcolm know he got set up or not. Because, well, he wasn't going to be able to get close to Sweet Cakes ever again. They beat him unmercifully in that shower, y'all. Beat him down. I mean, his face was crooked when they was done. I don't know how many teeth he had left in his mouth. Nose was busted. He was all broke up, y'all. I mean, they really stomped him out in that shower. And then they left. And they just left him there, y'all. We never saw Malcolm again. After the guards finally came around about an hour later for count, noticed he wasn't in his cell, walked around until they found him in the shower, half unalive. Code was called. Ambulance came in there, put him on a stretcher, hurried up and got him out of the cell, and he got airlifted to the nearest hospital, y'all. The pod went on lockdown for over 6 weeks for that incident. And like I said, we never saw Malcolm again. And from that point on, the Crips were very, very selective in who they brought in from the streets. So from that point on, you couldn't just come from the streets and say you was Crip. You had to prove it. It was like 2-step authentication. You had to prove it more than one way that you was a real Crip. And that's just the breaks, people. So, listen, that's going to be the end of that story. Really didn't turn out great for Malcolm, but I don't know what he expected messing with boys. Don't break the rules, people. If you go to prison, do not break the rules. If you say you in a gang, well, you better stay true to that. Don't be messing with them punks. Alright, listen. That's going to be it for this story. I really hope you liked it, people. Like, share, subscribe, get in that comment box and get active. Don't forget to hype the video, y'all. Y'all know the vibes. As usual, this is the Jersey Street Corner Prison Talk Show. I am your boy, Jersey Street Corner. And
His corner from the prison story massacres. I be telling stories about the pushers and the traffickers, trying to keep the YNs away from the bandits. Don't eat the honey bun, don't drink the coke, don't become another victim or the butt of a joke. Don't close both eyes when you sleep or get choked. When you go to the mess hall, sit with your team, cause if you sit with some punks, boy, you can get seen, then you can get dealt with. Prison justice like you never felt it. I be taking y'all back to stories of the helpless. That lava I spit, get your boy stories melted. I spit about prison justice cause I dealt it. And you a real hater if you can't respect it. All that bullshit, yeah, I'm here to check that. Any confrontation, I'ma show up. Bet that. You a real hater, I'm here to address that. When it comes to storytelling, I'm the best at. You a real hater, I'm here to address that. When it comes to storytelling, I'm the best at.